A Correctional Officer's Challenge, Never Quit, by Carl R. Torsman's former deputy warden and trainer. Have you ever thought to yourself, I've got too much invested in this job to quit? If you have, you're not alone. Many of us have thought that. Have you ever struggled in your performance to meet your own expectations to do your job? Have you ever struggled to do your job the way you feel is the right way to do and not give up on your individual responsibility to perform up to standards and follow all lawful and ethical commands? Think about it. Be honest. Have you ever struggled to stay engaged in an activity that's really hard, that you cannot get right the first time? Have you ever asked yourself, perhaps it's too scary or even to attempt? Have you ever had to make a big change in your career? Most of us have at some point or another. We give up trying because it's just too hard. As adults, we rationalize it by saying some things are just not meant to be. You became a different person the moment you put on that badge and uniform. Your sense of responsibility and accountability rose to a new level. Your self-confidence grew in terms of accomplishments and mastery of the new task you chosen to perform. You can now do what others could not. You walk the toughest beat in the criminal justice system. You have learned how to master your fears. You're different now. You now do things you wanted to do as you build your career in law enforcement. You see the world in a new perspective. You see the world in a new way, and every day of the job, new fears emerge, but you're conditioned to handle them. New fears will always emerge when you master something new and difficult, because that's what makes us different. We can never predict what those fears will be. But what we can do is when those fears arise, think about how hard it was to learn how to do this most difficult job. We can reflect on how strong we are and know we did not let the fear and frustration stand in our way. We all learn to be correctional officers and do it well. What you are struggling with defines you at any moment. Giving up when it gets too hard or when you slip or fall and it seems too scary, but it also defines you. So you stay engaged, continue to try. So hold on tight, pull yourself up, and walk that beat like you were meant to walk it. Consider how your mind must have felt, all wobbly and unsecure. You very likely got scared in the beginning. All of us did. It was so hard to coordinate all the parts of your body and mind, but you never gave up. You cried and struggled out of frustration, but you never gave up. You practiced every chance you could. You went back to basics and pulled yourself up again and again. You found the inner strength and you never gave up. Consider again those few times you stood there in front of that heavy front gate and facing those prison walls and corridors. Holding on for dear life, you were amazed at your own inner strength. You laughing and smiling at your accomplishments as you conquered fear. You took that first step and built your confidence so others can depend on you for guidance and leadership. Thinking back seems strange, but that wasn't enough. You worked hard to excel and perform with pride as you wanted to do what you saw others do. You wanted to walk the beat with proficiency. Despite the fear and frustration, despite how hard it was and how scary the world seemed to be in this new position, you did it. You accomplished it, and you moved on with it and became better at it. Today the world looks vastly different through your eyes. No longer do the bruises and bumps you managed to get through the time keep you down or out. You might have fallen a few times as you walked the toughest beat around, but you never gave up. You are the correctional officer that walks the toughest beats around. Thank you for doing the job that is so hard, so difficult. Never quit. Thank you.